girl, hon. You sleepy today, honey? Are you sleepy? You just had a nice sleep, honey. You just tripping, hon? Huh? You just sleeping, huh? You like that sleeper? Huh? Got a nice bone for you, honey. Yeah, you a dog. You are supposed to like that bone, honey. Yeah, girl. Good girl, honey. Yeah. What are you looking at, baby? Huh? You looking at over there, honey? Ah, this coffee's hitting the spot. It's another Astro van. Peace out, bro. Ah, this coffee is hitting the spot perfectly. Hey, Mary, how you doing? How's your day going today? I can't wait till you get those books. I think you're going to get them Friday. Mary, why don't you get a dash cam and so you guys can do on the road videos? I think people would really like them. These are good ones. I wish I had books like that for the camera I have now. I'd probably get a really good one. The problem with those GoPros is they overheat. There's got to be a good dash cam out there. I'd probably still stick with 1080p. I'm still catching up. I got my van loaded to go to Detroit. I just haven't headed down there yet. Some TV station was trying to get a hold of me this morning. Probably on Jennifer and that baby thing. I never get back with them. Are you enjoying that camera so far? I gotta stay home, get something done today. At least that's what I'm gonna start off doing. Just got my Stone Mountain coffee. No, that's why I never call him back, Mary. I never talk to him. Yeah, I told you you'd like it. Like I said, if I wasn't going to print some photos, I would have kept it. I would have. Hey, Lost Souls, how you doing? Is your channel growing? Good. You know, Mary, I don't know if I told you though, but you can, I bought that camera brand new and I used it a lot. Well, there's a program that you can download and you can put it on your computer and you can tell how many shutter clicks are on a camera. Yours has like 29,000 something, which is nothing. I couldn't believe that. I mean, I didn't know what the number was because I didn't know you could keep track of it like that. But that camera will go forever. It's gonna get a little warmer today. Of the Datsun? I get a picture of that? She get a picture of that? Who got a picture of the Datsun, Mary? Oh, okay. I didn't even. Oh, Dachshund. Oh, gotcha. Oh, okay. Yeah, I like winter actually. Oh, that's cool, Melodic. Hey, did they still charge you when they wouldn't give you that medical marijuana card? Hey, Mark, how you doing? Diana. Yeah, it is. Melodic, load up on the Lotto 47. They're because YouTube's getting rid of notices. They're not going to do it anymore. It's already bad anyway. It's just how it is. Oh, really? Where at up north, Diana? Where at up north you going? Yeah, you can't depend on them, Lost Souls. But like I was told one time, you're getting what you pay for. It's free. Can't complain too much. If it wasn't for YouTube, nobody'd know about you. Me either. Hey, wee beast. Be coming down there partying with you pretty soon. Oh, thank you. We'll turn the strip mall that's about ready to go out of business into a medical dispensary. Yeah, I didn't see one deer, to tell you the truth. They're kind of, nervous now. They're probably laying low. I noticed around hunting season, you don't see them running around that much. They know something's up, and there's a bunch of people out in the woods that weren't there before. So they're probably just staying still and just getting up when they absolutely have to. No, I don't know anything about Sarah, to tell you the truth. I should know any day, though. I'll keep you posted. Manitowish Wonders. Where's that at? Where's that? What state's that? Yeah. Glad I got that washing machine. I had about a month worth of laundry I was behind because my washing machine wasn't working. Hey, if something goes wrong, believe me, I'm the least mechanical guy in the world. I'm not kidding you. I can barely take the cap off toothpaste. And I actually fixed my washer. I'm just so shocked. But the only reason it happens because of YouTube videos. I looked down there, I figured that's what was wrong with it. Looked at a YouTube video, thought, wow, I can do that. Ordered the part, and I did do it. Oh, cool, Diana. Good for you. Yeah, I haven't seen deer run around like I normally do. I bought my friend a pecan pie yesterday at the Amish place. I got to drop that off. I think I have some kind of allergies. But I looked on I was really tired yesterday, kind of like a little allergy-like symptoms. But then when I went on the internet last night, I couldn't find any allergens in the air right now. So it must be something that they don't keep track of or monitor. It definitely bothered me. I took a Claritin today. Right on, Mary. It's better, but it's still sore. It wakes me up all night long. I don't think I'm getting quality sleep. Daisy's a little tired today, too. Down there sweeping, huh, honey? You sweeping, honey? Next to the Campbell soup? You sweeping, honey? Sleeping next to the Campbell soup, honey. It depends who I'm getting these people sending me these nasty emails, these threatening emails and stuff. I don't even read them, so you're wasting your time. And I mark them all as spam. Some dumbass is sending me, they get my phone number and they send me text. I mute your conversation. So I don't even read your stupid texts and your stupid emails. That local honey's a bunch of bullshit, Rachel. I was into beekeeping for 20 years. I had 100 hives. These people are absolutely nuts what they say honey does. It's a bunch of bullshit. Same with royal jelly. Wives' tales bullshit. Yeah, you see, they're paying Popovich $11 million a year. I looked up Bill Belichick. They're paying him 12. I can remember the last time I knew he was getting 5. Yeah, don't believe these honey stories. I hear everything from getting a good erection to firm breasts. It's absolute nonsense. Honey will help an open wound. And everybody, it's the bees, nature. No, it isn't. It's because 3% of honey is hydrogen peroxide. That's why. And it seals the open sore just like petroleum jelly. I get so tired of hearing these crazy, nutty stories. It's psychosomatic, like I said, Rachel. If you look at double-blind studies, sometimes the sugar pill does better than the actual medication. That's why it's helping. There's no scientific evidence to substantiate it, other than what people say. It's the same old thing when people feel God in them. The God's with them. Okay, all right, yep, okay, good for you. I'm glad they feel that way, but I prefer to deal in facts. Yeah, it's like, there's so many things like that. I want to see some studies, that kind of thing. It's just like chiropractic. The average clown doesn't even know what that popping noise is, but yet thinks it relieves all this built-up pressure. It's the power of the mind. It's crazy. Oh, yeah, they'll tell you that. I mean, I'm not saying it hurts. It'll probably make you feel a little better because it's sucrose. You'll get some energy. But all these miracle cures of honey and royal jelly. Anybody that eats royal jelly needs their damn head examined. You're not a queen bee, clowns. You're not an insect, believe it or not. Unfortunately, you're a human being. Eat what humans eat, not what insects eat. Nah, there's not enough representation, Weebies. That's the thing. Capitalism, triumphs in a country like ours. Everything's about making money. I mean, if you think honey's going to do this and do that, you might as well get a Ouija board. Or go get your fortune told by some clown that should be in a mental hospital telling you what your life is going to entail down the road. Yeah. Yeah. You can argue alcohol either way, too. The benefits and the things that are not good for you. I mean, I've read a lot about this. Overall, I think it's not good for you. But that's not going to keep me from drinking it. don't think I marked you by spam by accident. What are your emails about? First of all, I can't respond to all of them, but if I can see it's going to be some crazy bullshit sent to me, you know, I mean, if it's a email, like a legit email, I read them and stuff, you know. Right on, Lori. Yeah, I mean well, I'll go in there and check it again. Oh yeah, I did read that one. Yeah, thank you. It was a couple days ago. Yeah, it's just like these nut jobs out there. They make it look like if you eat a hot fudge sundae, you're gonna die the next day. I mean, these people need to get a life. Or stuff you're gonna pack. Now, honestly, on the hygiene things, they get most of those. Believe it or not, they don't have that much of a problem with food. Whatever you send, I hand out as instructed. I got 2 giant boxes yesterday of clothes that I can't fit in the van. You know, when you load this van up, no matter how careful you try and put it around, the load ends up shifting. See? I'm not complaining. I've handed out backpacks a bunch of times already. I don't know what happens to them, to be honest with you. You know, when you're high all the time and you're not feeling good, you're looking for that next fix, and you're meeting 10 perverts a day, you tend not to be the most responsible person in the world. I'm not knocking them. I get it. I would probably be in the same boat. And the things that people want to send when they're sober and have a normal life aren't necessarily the things that help a street walking, drug addicted female. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to tell you the truth on this. People have this idea of what they think they'd like in those circumstances, and there's really no way to fathom what it's like unless you've been there. So if you could, and I'm sure you want the best for the people, but just keep in mind on light, practical, and something they really need. Hey AK, how you doing? This Astro van, man, this baby's gonna go forever. Love my Astro van. I hit bumps so hard I think I chipped a tooth. You think it bothers me that my front end's out of alignment? Hell no. Because the next big chuck hole I hit, I'm hoping it's going to knock it back in. Door dings, forget about it. Cracks in the windshield, already got them. Idiot lights on, they're on all day, every day, just like Tassie would say. There's one thing that I'm going to worry about with this Astro van. That's when my foot hits the gas and it doesn't go anywhere. Up until then, it's party on. I got AAA plus. I got AAA plus. 200-mile ride. You know, all these people out there threatening me to, gonna do this, do that. It's my last warning to you. You show any... It isn't gonna be Fox News trying to get a hold of me like they did this morning because of what someone did with the baby. It's going to be about one man doing that kind of damage in less than 10 seconds. And that's going to be me. So all you closet queens can get off your high chair and go back to your mom's basement. You want to see your next birthday, you better stay there. Yeah, somebody from Fox, find out about that wee beast. You live down there. Jessica Dunkirk or Dumpacked or Dumnack or something like that. She's even posted on the videos. They probably want to talk about Jennifer, which I'm not going to do. Oh, you don't like driving by yourself? Yeah, I don't know what I never call them back, man. I mean, I know I talk about this all the time, but I learned that doing PI work at a young age. How full of shit these newspaper stations are, and it's all about. It's just a big gossip party. It's really not about like facts or helping somebody, but in defense of them, it's capitalism, right? They're trying to turn a profit, and the way to do that is to get a lot of people to watch. And the way you get a lot of people to watch is exploiting people in their circumstances, like putting babies in trash cans and shootings and shoplifting rings and the oh wow factor. I don't want to be a part of any of that. You couldn't offer me $1 million to do an interview with a TV station. I swear to God, I wouldn't accept it. Oh yeah, they you better believe they will. Plus, I get a good feeling of having an opportunity to reject them. Really, like, gives me like a feeling of sitting under a Christmas tree holding hands with my mom and dad. Oh wow, no kidding, Mark. Nah, I don't know. That whole thing's a mess. I'll know more about it this week, though. When I first started doing this, uh, it's like the Native Americans out west. I'm thinking, God, man, this is unbelievable. I mean, I knew this was going on, but not to this extent. So I just, contacted the media. And at the time, I was talking to some journalists in Detroit because I was, arguing back and forth about different things. I don't talk to any of them now. And boy, I could not get them interested to go down on Fort Street and interview anybody. And there's an Astro van across the street. And I just thought, wow, how insensitive. I mean, and they're always penning these articles about how partial they are to the community and they love Detroit. I call bullshit. If they would have been, they would have done something on that. And they never did. And because of that, I kind of hold a grudge. I hold a lot of grudges, by the way, proudly. My psychiatrist, I told him I don't even want to talk about that because I like the way it is right now. I don't want to send anybody into a panic, but I'm telling you, this coronavirus, people are contracting this now because it's been on surfaces longer than they thought it would live. A sneeze goes 26 feet. Avoid places like health clubs where people are breathing loud and stuff. If you guys do a live on your phone, you'll realize how this virus is getting spread around because you don't really realize when you're talking. But you got to be careful. Gas pump handles, all that. Oh, sorry about that, AK. Yeah, I'm all for grudges. What do you think about that, Frisky? Do you hold grudges? Meet a decent man, yeah. Well, that's a moving target. He may be decent today, but not be so decent tomorrow. I think as you age, at least in my case, those old hormones die down. You don't have that brain controlling you 24/7 like it did. You get older, you get smarter, and the idea of a relationship is much less likely. There's old Howie over there. That's it, Weebies. I give this sheriff we got. I'm not particularly a big fan of his, but I will give him credit for one thing. He doesn't hold a grudge. He isn't going around breaking it off in everybody's ass that doesn't agree with him, which I give him credit for. He's not running again. This is his last term. I don't blame you, AK. Why don't you just get a better hobby where it takes up more of your time? I mean, what is it you're looking for a relationship at this stage of the game? Are you lonely? Do you want somebody to discuss books? Do you want to get between in the sack for an hour and a half a night? You really need to define what it is you want out of a relationship and then reevaluate if it's for you. I've definitely had my run-in with some of these people up here. Yeah, life partner, but I mean, is that based in sound reality, legit principles, or is that just something the Disney Channel concocted? I don't want a life partner. I hope I live longer than Daisy, and I hope just someday after I'm doing my last interview, I just plop dead face first on the ground, and they just leave me there. I'd be fine with it. I don't have this fantasy of going into a better place and handing a squirrel a peanut in the back of the old folks' home while I shit in a diaper and get one visitor a year. I hope I skip all that. I want my life partner to be about the last 2 weeks of my life, and hopefully she's a nurse's aide about 19 years old. And I'll sign a contract with her, give her my assets. We'll just party the last 2 weeks of my life. And she can play on her damn iPod, take this job and shove it. Yeah. Oh, come on, Melodic. Don't you want to live to 80 where you can slobber on the inside window of a Greyhound bus as you take your trip to Yellowstone National Park with a bunch of people your age from West Branch? Doesn't that sound fun? You can get lost in the hallway at night. Hell, you're not going to remember anything about Yellowstone. You didn't even know where you're from. I don't want to live till I get lost in the hallway of my hotel. Yeah. $19, maybe $20. You get the point. Well, you can tell he's the sheriff in town, just parks right in front of the building sideways and gets out in front and leaves it there. I mean, who's going to give him a ticket? No, I agree, Jelly. Yeah, being alone's not too bad. But it's all these like Hallmark movies and these romance novels. It's all a bunch of bullshit. I mean, being alone sucks when you're young. It's not when you're old. Yeah, it's true. That's what I say. I'd be proud to have a turkey vulture. I'd rather have a turkey vulture eat what's left than just die a traditional death. I really would. Yeah. I just drink my lattes. I switched these lattes about a year ago. Oh, you get lonely, Amber? Yeah, see, I don't get like that. I've always been kind of like this, even as a kid. I'd go crazy with somebody around all the time. Right on. I mean, if you live long enough, Melodic, you're going to be able to blow some of these fantasies you have out of the water with just daily living and examining it. Like, if you'd asked me at 40, I was stupid enough to think that how life would be so great on a ranch out in Montana, which is really ignorant because what would have caused me to have these ideas of it be this great life? And it would have been bullshit that I saw in movies, read about, documentaries, 60-minute sound bites. I would have bought into that life being that way in reality because I didn't know any better. And I thought, well, why would this be out there if it wasn't true? And then you get older and you realize it's all a bunch of concocted bullshit. And I've had the chance to go out there and see what ranch life is like. And I realized how ignorant and naive I was. And there's a lot of things like that in life. I think sending me to a ranch in Montana would be like a prison sentence. You'd go crazy. There's nothing to do. Just rocks and cattle running around. No malls, no bookstores. But it took a long time to realize this. So now when something pops into my mind, I think I'd like this, or I think I'd like that, or boy, I wish that was me. I look at it with a microscope because it's probably bullshit. If you haven't been there and experienced yet, you don't have any idea what it's like, but you're caught up in the idea of what you think it would be. Nothing is the way it is until you get there and experience it, whether it's a vacation, a marriage, moving, a new job. That's why the people that criticize the working girls, they piss me off because they don't know what it's like. I don't know what it's like. I have a little bit better idea of it, like what it's like just by empirical observation. But until you're out there having sex with perverted, overweight pigs 10 or 15 times a day, you have no running water or heat, you're eating the half of a bologna sandwich you found in the alley, and you're looking for your next score, you're ostracized from all your family, you're constantly getting hassled by the cops, you've got hepatitis C, your future is a big giant zero, you don't know what it's like out there. You don't. And I don't. I kind of get an idea of it, but nothing's like being there. That works bad and it works good. I'm just as suspicious about that lifestyle and what it would really be like as I am about winning the Powerball and having two blue-eyed, blonde-haired, 20-year-old twin NFL cheerleaders giving me a massage every night before I fell asleep watching SportsCenter. I realize that that's bullshit too. So I think that's the definition of how you end up getting jaded. You see enough, if you've been around long enough, to realize it's a bunch of bullshit anyway. Yeah, it's all this things you concoct in your mind based on what you've been privy to that isn't always valid. And look, don't ever shit yourself. As an individual, you're not only very subjective, you're super biased. You can't help it be. It's you. You're looking through the world in your eyes, and it may not be accurate. Yeah, I watched that game a little bit last night. The NBA is so boring now. It really is, man. You know, one thing I've learned through this bullshit is how important crowds are. I always knew there was an effect, but if you'd have told me pre-COVID that I would have felt this way about a sporting event because the crowd wasn't there, I would have said, you're full of shit. I don't care if the crowd's there or not. This is another example of this crap you conjure up in your mind. I used to think, yeah, the rowdy fans, wouldn't it be just nice if we just got rid of them, we just had the players on the field? No, it's not nice. And I have a hard time watching anything now if there isn't a crowd. It's weird. I can't even articulate why. But the crowd is important. It isn't because they're yelling when you get a touchdown and screaming when there's a bad play. I really can't quite figure it all out. Yeah, I lived downtown for 13 years, AK. You know that, don't you? I lived down there in the Dave and Buster's building. Yeah, nobody'd read it. See, that's another thing is like people write books because they want notoriety. They want people to think, wow, that is one smart person out there. They just wrote a book. But I know better now. Now, I was stupid enough to want to write a book when I was younger. But I don't want to write a book now. I want to just fuck around. I think privacy is the last thing left on the plate that you can try to protect. I don't want to be famous. I don't want to be interviewed by a TV station. I just want to, like, party. Yeah, I don't like that fake crowd noise either. Those stupid cartoon-like things sitting in the stands. What a joke. They got a real problem, these pro teams. I would love to see the financial statements of some of these businesses. Pre-COVID and post-COVID. Well, it's not post-COVID because it's still going on. But man, I'm telling you, these places are barely hanging in there. Now, it's revenue sharing that creates the most of the wealth in professional sports. But the gravy money, I mean, the difference between having a 20-year-old cheerleader as your mistress and a 70-year-old bag that just had her third facelift. If you're a sports team owner and you're getting head jobs down in massage parlors like Kraft did from the New England Patriots, this cuts into your gravy money. The hot dogs, the concessions, the t-shirts, the $11 Diet Cokes. That's the difference between a young mistress and an old one when you own a sports team. And that's where it's really hitting them in the pocketbook now. They're getting their big old check to keep the whole scam flying, but they're not getting that fun money. You know, the jacuzzi and the big suite in Las Vegas. You know, you're hanging out with the girls dancing in the shows. This is where it's hurting these rich guys. Yeah, I guess they are. But not only the pro teams, but like a lot of other places, restaurants. I got an idea in places like where I live here, you're going to be seeing places going out of business left and right. You know, it's unfortunate now because they got everybody trying to get reelected or newly elected or kicked out of office. So you couldn't find a worse time to own a business than now, unless you're in some fluke thing or some anomaly like what's behind me, a little coffee shop that's making more money than anybody because they have low overhead and they close when the traffic dies. But you're going to see businesses that, you know, lost all their good revenue because of this summer bullshit. There's no way they're going to be able to make it through the winter. And because it's an election year, you're not going to have any politician trying to help businesses. He's worried about getting reelected. So you're going to, as much as I'm happy and looking for 2020 to go bye-bye, I think 2020 is going to have its own unique challenges. Quit making that noise on my phone. I'm getting another big load of books today. Now this winter, depending how it goes, I'm going to really concentrate on, I got to catch up on a lot of reading. You agree with that, Patricia? What's wrong with Miss D? What's wrong with her? No, the winters haven't been shit in the last 20 years. Winters are nothing. Oh, she's got to get lung surgery. What do you have? Cystic fibrosis? Hip replacement's easy, Diana. Don't worry about it. You getting a partial or a full? Yeah, I know. What's wrong with her? I think Miss Daisy, she's a young girl, isn't she? Oh, asthma. Oh, and she has to get lung surgery for that? You guys probably know this already, but another little cog in the wheel of remaining vigilant and not getting this COVID shit is they're finding out now, you know, this is way worse than SARS, is the damage it's doing to your body even after you're over it. It's kind of like HIV. I mean, God bless these people that have these HIV channels. They brag about testing negative and having unprotected sex, which you can do now when you test negative. And I'm happy for them. And that's certainly much better than morphing into full-blown AIDS. I mean, they've really come a long way with these drugs. But what people don't realize is or a lot of people don't realize, is that when you're HIV positive, your likelihood of catching other diseases is like 100 times more possible than if you weren't HIV positive, even if you tested negative. I mean, a person that tests negative with HIV that had a problem with it before is way less healthier than somebody that never had it. They don't talk about that. Hey, Mr. Train. Hey, Brittany. Oh, okay, Daisy. Now, you're a young woman, aren't you, Daisy? Aren't you like 21, 22, something like that? Yeah, sorry about that. A bronchial ablation. Huh. Oh, yeah, because the immune system is compromised. Yeah, that is true. You know, another thing like that a lot of people are unaware of is problems with your teeth and the inflammation it causes. You don't tend to think of a tooth causing you to have a heart attack, but it's entirely possible. A decaying tooth. It's systemic. It gets through your bloodstream. Inflammation doesn't matter where it starts. Hey, Baz. Like, there's a lady on here you guys probably know, and she just got over breast cancer. She's tested negative, seems to be doing well. But I sent her a text the other day and said, hey, look, I'm not trying to scare you, but, I've learned quite a bit more about this COVID than I knew a week ago. And, you would be considered high risk. You just got over chemotherapy, and I'm not sure that I would be out there dicking around the public under these circumstances. It's just not worth it. Hey, Lana. They do lower your immune system, but they're still worth the trade-off. I mean, if you look at these biological drugs like Enbrel for rheumatoid arthritis, stuff like that, but it's better than the alternative. I mean, it's always side effects versus the medicinal benefit. That's true, Weebies. No, you're right about that, Weebies. Yeah, I missed that turn coming through Atlanta, too. Took forever to get home. That's why I don't like going over to that place. It sucks out there. Coming back. Either way, you're screwed. Daisy D, when are you going into the hospital, or are you there now? Rachel, just because somebody doesn't have a spotless record doesn't mean they're a bad doctor. People sue for everything now. Oh, we'll be here. I don't ever say praying for you, but I wish the best for you. If there's something I could do for you, let me know. Why don't you send me an email when you can? Hey, Jeff. Oh my God. Well, happy birthday to him. Hope I don't live to 100. Hey, Terry. Hey, Pam. How you doing? Oh, did you get some orders? Good for you. Hey, you guys, this Tony Stewart is the person that's doing the shirts where it showed the van and Daisy on the black t-shirt, the white lettering. So if you want to order shirts, and by the way, that's just, I don't have anything to do with it. Tony did a nice job designing those. you can order from Tony. They seem like nice shirts. I'm fine with it. Cool. Shut up, Debbie. Will you please go away and get a life? You and your buddy Nitty and that crime scene Louie and that other dirtbag in Las Vegas. Why don't you just go away? And please take your photo off your avatar. God, I try as hard as I can not to see your possum face and your bulging blue eyes. Just get lost. Go away and never come back. I'm sure you've heard that before. Oh yeah, well, I will. You don't have enough balls to come up to me when I'm in Detroit. You're not gonna do shit, neither any of the people that know you. I'll bitch slap you right on TV. No, make sure you spell it right, Tony. You gotta spell it right. Michigan made ain't gonna do shit. Be in a wheelchair if he comes up here. You guys know where I live. It's on the internet. I do lives the whole time in Detroit. You guys are all talk. I don't think you got enough balls to approach me. Hey Jersey, how's your thing going? Put those bulging blue eyes back in your skull and get lost. That's all right, Terry. Oh, thanks, Terry. They're not going to do anything anyway. Oh, thank you, Pam. What do you mean you're looking for donations? Yeah, I've never asked for a donation. I've never one time told anybody to send money, hit the thumbs up, like, subscribe, none of that bullshit. There's no problem. Put your bulging blue eyes back in your skull and get lost, Debbie. And take your photo off your avatar. God, you're going to be losing subscribers, yes, left and right. Who wants to look at that face every time you make a comment? And God, don't even consider that full body shot, please. Oh my God. I think you and Frank Nitti ought to have a baby. You're overweight. He likes chubby girls. You like talking that hood lingo like you're some cool, hip 50-year-old. You can paint on that black mascara all over your face and tell everybody race is unimportant. Look at me. Here's my black boyfriend. I think you guys really should bear some children together. I'd like to go to Las Vegas and place odds what they're going to look like. You know, there'd be an argument for a lawsuit there because there's nothing worse in this culture than being ugly and stupid. And I think that's probably what your children would produce. I mean, Frank, Nitty, and Debbie having children, oh my God. Even the strictly religious would consider abortion. Debbie, I'm sorry for any technical difficulties. Please try again later. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't think two people with so much in common should ignore the mutual attraction that they could have for one another. I mean, they've got low subscribers. People only look at them for the train wreck factor. They only get views because they use my name. They're both really stupid, and they boast about drugs. I mean, can you guys give me a better example of a match made in heaven? I would advise against this. Do not do the amniocentesis on the fetus, because I got a pretty good idea what's going to happen anyway. And there's no sense killing a good birthday party based on a scientific test. Let's just let this one fly. Everybody cross your fingers that they don't have twins or triplets. Debbie, I am sorry for any technical difficulties you're having. I bet a baby that Frank and Debbie would have would come out of her and ask the nurse for a light. You got a light? Yeah, it's growing because she uses somebody else's name, and it's still nothing. I mean, Debbie can't buy a bag of chips with her subscribers. Neither can you. Look at your channel. All you bottom dwellers got one thing in common. Not much happening. You've already reached your Peter principle. Hey Terry, next time you're out filming animals, why don't you go up to Flint and film Debbie? Hey Daisy. Daisy's sleeping. Daisy's not an early riser. You sleeping, honey? I'm gonna take Daisy for a nice walk today. Nobody's jealous of you, Debbie. Look in the mirror. Tiffany's got a way better body than yours, and a prettier face, and her eyes aren't bulging out of her skull. All right, Terry. Try and get up to Flint and get a little clip of Debbie. It's the strangest animal you ever see in your life. There's the Daisy right there. You sleeping, honey? Sorry for any technical difficulties, Debbie. Hey, Debbie, when you're wearing those nasty looking cheap dollar pair of sunglasses that you wear, does the front of your eye, the cornea, does it push up against the glass on the inside of the glasses? I mean, is it possible for you, well, I guess it is possible, for you to take those sunglasses and stick them out in that 3.5-inch nose you have, so that the front of your corneas don't press on the inside of the glass of the sunglasses. Is that why they're always hanging down on your nose? Because otherwise your eyeballs will stick to the lens? Pam, I forget, what state do you live in? Debbie, go away. Go away. Please go away. I dare you to drive today, Debbie. I'll give you $100 cash if you drive today. I don't think you got the balls. And you definitely need the $100 cash. God knows what you'd do for $200. But I'll give you $100 to drive today. Hey, Russian chick, how you doing? You guys need to subscribe to Lost Souls. Just going out there and giving these people a voice. Hey, Lana, email me your number again, will you? Your phone number. I want to give you a call today before I come down there. I want to buy you a couple things, and I want to make sure we're on the same page. Mark, how you feeling, man? You got that? You got the right magic cocktail working? Yeah, I want to come. You know, I don't want to say it. You know, you run across people on YouTube and you're kind of acquaintances, right? And that's how it was with Kimmy. She's a nurse out there, and it was nice having Kimmy around. And I talked to her, geez, probably 5 or 6 weeks ago. She had been really sick, and then haven't talked to her since. She hasn't answered my emails. I checked the obituaries. I hope she's doing okay, but probably not. Good, Mark. Good. Hey, Bertha, how you doing? I got some more of your favorite driving videos coming up today. Lana, send that number again so I want to make sure I get this order straight. Oh, good for her. Yeah, good. Happy for her. Hope it works out. It's hard for it not to work out. I mean, people like hearing about these people and their stories. I mean, it's a good subject matter. Pam, how old are you? "46. Oh, wow. Terry, you need to get your subscribers and your views up. Next time you're over there at the zoo and you're filming a bear or a Tasmanian devil or a wolverine, you know, one of those animals that has a reputation of just being badass, I want you to go to the pet store and buy a couple hamsters and just toss them over the fence into the cage and then start filming. We need to get your views and your subscribers up, and that's one way to do it. Try to film your arrest, will you? See if you can have a GoPro attached to your lapel. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Yeah, oh, Van Halen. Now he ought to be the poster child for chewing tobacco and smoking. Because for every 95-year-old that you see drunk in your local bar that's still smoking and you wonder to yourself, how? Well, Eddie Van Halen took care of that. He's a perfect example of why you shouldn't smoke. You may not be able to play a guitar like Eddie, but you know what? You're still alive. Yeah, the fact of the matter, though, Russian chick is at 65, I mean, what is he really missing out on by being gone by now? Wearing a diaper another 10 years from now? Slobbering on the inside of the window of the Greyhound bus when him and everybody his age goes to a tour of Yellowstone Park for $99? I mean, you can argue it either way, but I think old Eddie lived a great life. And to live until 65, I'm fine with that. I think you could argue that Eddie got out of Dodge and just in the nick of time. He doesn't need to worry about COVID, $5 a gallon gasoline, the economy, how his record sales are doing, nothing. So, that's another big bunch of bullshit people get trapped into thinking that when someone dies, how sad it is. I mean, Eddie could have lingered on in and out of chemotherapy and filling up a diaper with poo-poo for the next 15 years, and he doesn't need to deal with that now, and I say yay for Eddie. He could have had a $100,000 a month deductible. And even though he was a famous rock star, could still end up being broke because of Medicare cuts. You go, Eddie. Funerals are a big waste of time anyway. People are getting wise to that now, too. Long gone is that $20,000 cherry wood casket that your family had to finance. Now it's this green bullshit, and if you're a real environmental nut, the worst thing you can do is have somebody incinerated, cremated. And the reason for that is you've got to crank up the furnace to 2,300 degrees Fahrenheit, which creates a lot of carbon. So it's not at all environmentally sound. It's actually very bad. And now they're putting the whole body in these biodegradable carton boxes. No, burning. That's not environmentally a good idea. No. I mean, I think that when you die, you can, depending on how old you are, you can, they can use your organs. I've already willed my penis to a young NFL superstar. Debbie, put your bulging blue eyes back in your head and get your blood pressure checked. We'll admit to this, Debbie. You would have pretty eyes if it didn't look like they inflated your eyeballs with air. Yeah, thyroid. Anybody that knows me knows that's hilarious. That'd be like me wanting to have a threesome with you and Catherine 313. Ain't happening. That and that other beast that lives near you, that Michigan maid, or Michigan something. Put your bulging eyes back in your skull. Well, Debbie, I hate to do this to you, but bye-bye, honey. Bye-bye. $100 cash to you, and I'll deliver it to your jail cell if you drive today, Debbie. She's gone now. Hey, Shandell. No, I got rid of her. I got rid of her. No, I got rid of her, Claudia. That loser will have nothing to do now. Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, Amber, I wouldn't let that. Believe it or not, there are a fair number of people that get COPD that never smoked. So, although that is a possibility that was a cause, you could have got it anyway. And there are bronchial dilators now that help. I mean, medications are constantly getting better. Hey, Lee, how you doing? See you, Russian chick. You have a good day. Patricia, you coming out with any new songs today? Yeah, you might be right about that, Jersey. Yeah, you could be right, but something's definitely going on with the eyeballs on her, for sure. I mean, Debbie's doing what girls that were just developing breasts did when they were 12 years old. They try and make it look like they got big boobs. They cake on the makeup, but I mean, I hate to tell you folks, under any circumstances, Debbie is not in any way attractive on the inside or the outside. She's got that dyed black hair and those bulging, air overinflated eye sockets and eyeballs, and that caked on black mascara. And she's super stupid. I hope she never helps her kid write any papers to school, because the kid will be held back a grade. On the other hand, Jersey, I give her a little bit of credit for covering up that face. I mean, God knows what it looks like with no makeup. I don't know if you can say too much. Oh, chosen one, Deerful. Oh, cool. Well, originally she got a hold of me about interviewing her. And to be honest with you, man, there's a lot of people that get a hold of me that want an interview, which, you know, you kind of talk to them. That happened with that Robin out east. And that stupid Laura in Las Vegas wanted an interview too. And when I talked to him, it just wasn't something I was that interested in. Now, Laura, I said I wasn't interested in. Robin just drove me nuts. I ignored her. And Debbie, I just never got around to stopping by Flint because I thought it was super boring. I mean, she's got like kind of a guy's voice, and she brags a lot, and, you know, she smoked 2 marijuana cigarettes and thought she was the world's biggest drug addict. So it wasn't interesting. So she got mad that I never did it. And she says she canceled it, which is not true. She can't show you anywhere where there was any emails, conversation, anything where I was scheduled to talk to her about anything. was just too boring. Yeah, I just wasn't interested in it. That's what usually happens. It's the same thing. It always happens with these women that are out there that, I try to be friendly and nice to people, and it just gets misinterpreted sometimes. Yeah, I mean, these people want to, like Frank down in Detroit, he found a half of Vicodin and sold it, and he thinks he's a big-time Detroit drug dealer. This guy ought to be riding around with makeup, a big red rubber nose, on a bicycle honking a horn. I mean, I spell it out to you on all these people. Catherine 313, I was nice to her, which was a mistake. And she was a moderator, and she did an excellent job at it, to tell you the truth. And then when I'd be down to Detroit, she started sending emails to people that I ignored her when I was down there. It wasn't that I was ignoring her. It was just that I didn't want any kind of relationship with her other than being a moderator on the channel. So it just got too weird. She was contacting people that were subscribers, and I could see that she was so out there that we were never going to sit down and talk about this, because it was like third or fourth grade logic. So I just blocked her as a moderator and haven't talked to her since, and I think I made the right decision. I mean, there's a story behind all these people I had falling outs with, and I don't mind telling you about them. You wonder what happened and stuff like that. I mean, even Sherry in Ann Arbor, I thought Sherry did an excellent job as a moderator, but then that started to get a little weird too. Yeah, she's strange. Do you ever see her anymore on any channels or anything melodic? What got me with her is, uh, she'd text me all the time. Isn't it sunny? Isn't it cloudy? Yeah. Great. No problem there. But then she'd go on other channels that were hassling me and say, Tom said he'd take down this video. I wonder why he hasn't. So she's another drama queen, troublemaker. I put her right up there with Elaine Peoples, the convicted stalker, the 65-year-old harasser. I got rid of that nut job too. She seems just like a matronly older woman that doesn't have a relationship, that's trying to be friendly. Another psycho stalker. I've got a court record conviction now to prove it on her, so that seems to have made her go away. That's what I do. I don't read any of their emails. I don't read any of these texts that I get where these people get my phone number. They go right into the spam. Yeah, Jersey, I think you're right. I was actually a very slow learner on that. Because in my life, you're going to meet people that you're attracted to or they're attracted to you. And, there's a protocol for meeting somebody. I mean, if some good-looking woman came up to me and said, man, I got a hotel here tonight. Would you want to visit me? I would run. I wouldn't walk. I'm not an idiot. There's a give and take, and you get to know people, and whether you're attracted to them or not. And these real-life weirdo stalkers, there's a reason why they live with their mother at 50 years old, why they don't work, why they don't own cars. I mean, people say, aren't you worried about Debbie, Frank, and Laura? And I'm not. You know why? None of them own a vehicle, and they never will. And even if they rented one, Debbie can't rent one because she doesn't have a driver's license. Frank, I don't think he's ever driven. And Laura, I don't think she probably never passed driver's ed. So I've got three stalkers that basically are contained to the area they live in because of their lot in life. Frank's going to be 65 years old, running around with 2 plastic bags on a 30-year-old bicycle picking up bottles for the rest of his life. Debbie's a 50-year-old dependent on her mother's income tax. Laura has been trying to peddle her booty for a quarter a minute, and there are no takers. So these are the kind of people that try to stalk me. How worried can you be? I'm sure if Frank could come up with enough money to get new wheels on his skateboard, he'd ride that damn thing all the way up here to talk about it. But for now, he's going nowhere other than a SEMTA bus in the city of Detroit. Debbie could never find an Uber ride. She could never fund a Uber ride to Detroit or to West Branch. Laura lives in Las Vegas. Forget it. Laura's main purpose in finding a place to live is to stores that she could walk to. That's why she picked Las Vegas. Because she can't drive. So all these people that I got harassing me, the only worry I have is how far they can ride a 30-year-old bike or push their skateboard. Debbie sees herself as like a character on Jersey Shores. Like she's this credible street thug with an ex-drug problem that knows what everything that's real. We're just a bunch of stupid people that don't know the inside world of being white trash. Nobody would hire him, Telly. Who would hire him? Who would hire Frank, Laura, Ollie, Catherine? Who would hire any of these people? That's it, Tammy. Right. Yeah, none of them work. None of them have worked. Ask Debbie the last employment she had. These people they're not legitimate threats. Oh, good for you, Lost Souls. Debbie, if you're listening, don't get too excited. That's a weed whacker. It's not a giant vibrator. Why don't you losers come up with another petition to get my channel taken down? That's been real successful. I think in the midst of trying to ruin my channel, you've ruined your own. Look at them. Well, I think I'm going to sign off here, you guys. Get my day started. My caffeine is kicking in. Oh, that's good, Lost Souls. Hey, Nicole, how you doing? You guys have a good day today. Oh, that's good, Danny. Terry. See you, Nicole. All right, Bertha. I'll be uploading some more driving videos for you today. It's still sore. Yeah, not as bad. It's getting better, but slowly. I think what finished me off is helping move those things for 3 days after it was already hurting. You're welcome, Rachel. You take care. See you, Christy. All right, you guys have a good day today. Nice day here. See you, Mark. Glad you're feeling better. Yep, take it easy. See you, Tony. Good luck on your shirts. Get a hold of me if you need any info or anything. Hope you sell a bunch of them. You too, Patricia. Try and hit that high note today.